All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the blog. You're back with Beamer and Son Garage. All right, so here we go for part one of the grass trimming. And what we got here is we got this great still weed eater, and this was a model number FS130R. So this is the second best one that Stills has at the time this was bought. So they had one that was like 2 cc's bigger, and it had a pair of handlebars, and the throttle was made on the handlebars. Other than that, this is the best one that money can buy. So we used our gasoline jug, 1 gallon, and we used some HP Ultra Still 2-cycle oil, which they recommend this Ultra for your Still products. And then we went down to our favorite place, AutoZone, and bought some 105 trimmer line. It's pretty thick stuff, and the thinner stuff is really not feasible for the grass around here. The grass we got around here is really tough, and it's just the smaller diameter tree trimming line. It just doesn't hold up. So we gassed it up. We put some string in it. We probably could restring it again later, but we're going to go ahead and run it. So here we go. We're going to hook you up on our apparatus we got here, and we're going to show you what we do with this thing. So we're going to start it up. We're going to pump the little bowl a couple times. We're going to choke it, and we're going to pull the ripcord. Huh. Just starts right up. Try it again. Never had this much trouble with it. It just starts right up. Well, I don't know. It's like it's not going to run for us, guys. So I don't know what to say. Wow. Huh, it was running great yesterday. Well, I don't know, guys. Looks like we're not going to be able to show you our badass trimmer. Well, that's a loss, guys. It ain't going to start, so we're going to have to back up and punt. Huh. That's the thing about these things. When they don't work, they don't work. Yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know. So we'll have to back up and punt. We wanted to knock down these weeds and stuff, and we're not going to be able to do that right now because it's not going to cooperate. So we're going to have to improvise and come up with something else. I don't know what we can do now. What else can we do? Huh. Back to Mr. Taco. What's up, Mr. Taco? Oh, Mr. Taco. Oh, your poor hand. Oh, let me trade it for you. There you go. So, we really planned on doing a trimming video, and that fell through. So, I guess we're just going to walk around and show some of the cars, I guess. So, yeah, let's get at it. The 68 Coronet, I've talked a lot about this car, and we're going to go back over this car. It's the 67 Coronet with low miles, and it's got a 318 in it. It's pretty cool. So let's show the 318. And there it is in all its glory. And air conditioning, manual brakes with power steering. But it's a manual brakes, and believe it or not, it stops surprisingly well. It really does for what it is. And it's a 4-door flavor, and we just love this car. Of course, my son's 65 Barracuda. It's got them wild headers that we started up recently on the channel. And next is this 76 Cadillac Coupe de Ville with leather interior with only 50,000 miles. This thing's got super low miles. It was bought, one owner, old man had it, and somebody ran into the back of him, and they totaled it out. So it was hit the right rear, or no, was it the left rear? It was hit back here. Huh, where was it? I replaced this whole piece here. And this one here looks like it needs replaced now. So we have to replace that. We got an extra one we bought. They sell these online, the fiberglass replacements, and they're a pain in the butt. But it looks like I'm going to have to change that out. And these are plastic. And I believe I changed these out already. Yeah, those are fiberglass. Like plastic or fiberglass. Plastic, fiberglass. I'm getting plastic. They're not fiberglass. And this car is super cool with the red leather. And I'm not kidding you, it's like 50,000, 51,000, 51,000. 51,000. Right there. Can you see it? There it is. 51,300 miles. It's the real deal. Look at them pedals. Them pedals only got 50,000, 51,000 miles on them. This car is real deal 51,000 miles. It's really 51,000 miles. So it's super low miles, and the car runs perfect. And the last time we were playing with it, it seemed like it was having a fuel delivery problem. So we may have to do the with the air hose. It may need a fuel pump and start telling. But it's still cool. And the body's solid. It's not all rotted out like most of them. It was missing its fender skirts, and I found a pair of fender skirts my son had. But you can see how solid this car is. I mean, there's a little bit of rust right there. Very little rust. Basically none. Little surface rust here. And then the next car is my Fox Body GT Mustang. And we call this the time machine. Because this car here, when you get in it, time literally just, you know, it's just unbelievable. It's like a time machine. It's like getting into like a warp, you know. Beam me up, Scotty, when you get in this thing. And we bought it to go to Daytona Beach, Florida for spring break in '92. And the crazy thing was the car had a palm tree already on it. And we bought it to go to Florida and see my first palm trees. And we did. Me and my great friend Joe Rumping took this GT and we went to Daytona Beach, Florida in this car. And it's got these wild graphics on the side of it with a palm tree and a yellow pinstripe. And it goes, finishes at the quarter panel. And it's a typical 5.0, you know. But it's not typical as far as the exhaust. It has a Mac pair of headers on it. Mac headers with a chrome H-pipe. Wow. Look at that. There was something living in there. Something was making a nest in my Mustang. You can see right there, they buried themselves in there. Look at the leaves. Jesus Christ. Wow. I have to clean that out. Get the shop back out here. But there's the Mac headers. Then it's got a chrome H-pipe. So it's pretty cool. It's got these high-speed, speed-rated tires on it that are just junk now. They're old. So we're going to get to that. Put some tires on it. Then the next one is my son's 880. 64 Dodge 880. And it's got the big block Chrysler 727 push-button transmission. And re-elect Joanne Beamer. That was my great mother. My son had those decals for one of his cars for when my mom was running for re-election at the school board at the West Claremont schools. And this car's cool. It's an old Dodge 880. I guess they use these a lot in 64 as cop cars. And there's the miles on it, 182. 182, 260. And the interior is pretty clean, and you know it's there. It needs a door panel. We got one right there. You know, I need to put the door panel on it. But there's the door panel back there for it. So we got all the parts for it. And this mothball right now, what happened to it is it had a cracked manifold. So we was going to go with a pair of headers. So we bought some headers for it, and we went to put them on, and they didn't want to work out. So we ended up taking the stock manifolds back to my great friends over at Morehouse Welding, and they planed the manifolds down, and they fixed the crack in them. So they welded them up, planed them down, we put them back on, and I need to unbolt the pipes and get the engine set down in the motor mounts, bolt them up, bolt the exhaust back up. I broke the little PCV valve right here off for the power brakes. So I need to get another one of those fittings. And then there's a clip missing for the throttle, which I need to go get a little C-clip. And then, yeah, then we're done with it. We'll be ready to fire this thing up. It's got a little 600 Holley on it. And this was a, you know, factory original engine. And the carburetor is unoriginal. And the radiator was bad, so we picked the radiator up off of eBay. And we changed it out, and I got some hoses to work. And that was a pain in the neck, you know, finding some hoses to, you know, because you can't get a hose for a 1964 Dodge 880. They're just, you know, not available. So we got all that together, had like a GM radiator and wrong radiator. And we still need a shroud for it. We don't have the shroud. But there's the tabs for it right there. There's the tabs for the shroud. If we ever get a shroud, we'll put that back on too. So there's our Dodge 880. And it's just, you know, power brakes, power steering car, big block, you know, push button automatic. It's pretty cool. And it's got a few new parts. There's a little relay new, and ballast resistors new. Like I said, the hoses are new. And the carburetor's like new. It's got a fuel cell in the trunk. So it doesn't have the original gas tank. Somebody, I don't know if it's still under there. Probably still under there. Check out these horns. Is that cool? Look at them horns. I don't remember if they work or not, but my son he'll be experimenting with it. Here's a new voltage regulator on the fender well. And that's it, guys. We're going to have to work on the weed eater. I probably got to take it back down to the still and drop it off to them, let them figure out what's wrong with it. And that's it, guys. So I apologize. I wanted to do some tree trimming. That's actually weed trimming for you. And we didn't get to do that. I came out all geared up for that. And it didn't happen. So maybe on the next one. So check out our friend Zach's Auto Parts. Jamie Phillips. Check out my buddy from Kentucky. He's got some cool parts, man. He's got some cool stuff for sale. Check out his channel. He'll sell you parts, trucks, cars, you name it. He's got it. He's got rims for sale. He's got, I don't know, 1,000 or 2 rims. God, he's got everything kind of rim you imagine. You know, slots and Kragers and you name it, he's got it. And then our other friends, Auto Salvage Outlaws, and our new buddies, Two Hacks Garage. Jeff and company out there. Bad Tree Productions. And, of course, our favorite of all times, Scott's Beat Shop. Don't forget to check out his channel and all my friends. And we'll see you in the next one. Beamer and Son Garage. Bye-bye. Ooh, 78 Roadrunner. Did I say RT? Yeah. A dusty one. The boom truck. The big red machine. The Mach 1. The Caddy hearse. Ooh, ooh. Oh my. Christine. Bye-bye, guys.